Well, what's happening, Fresh Bake? We're here atop the Mickey & Friends parking structure for our weekly update from Star Wars Land. Ian, it looks like they're really going hardcore at the, I don't want to call it the Super Collider anymore. I don't know why.
No.
Because it's not really that anymore. I'm going to call that, I think that's, do you think that's cute?
I think it, based on where it is, it could be, but it could also be some aspects of the ride.
You think so?
Based on where is the building, it could.
But it's so far removed from the rest of the attraction.
Well, remember, that whole building is going to be attraction. That all that massive steel is going to stretch all the way over to it.
Yeah.
Remember, it's all one building.
But they've built up these walls over here. That's twice as high as, or I mean not twice as high, but it's much higher than it was before.
Well, there is a chunk that is.
And another wall. Yeah, that's right. That's actually another wall, isn't it?
Yeah. There's forms ready for concrete.
So that's what you can't see that entrance anymore either, because there's a door over there, and there was another one over there somewhere.
Forms as well as openings probably for ventilation.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, they look like doors, but.
I mean, but in that wall, there was an opening for a door, and above it, the openings
I see.
Were probably for HVAC.
Now, did you see this right here?
Oh, all that other stuff.
It looks like they're building another thing.
Yeah,
like
it's another annex to the building.
I mean, it just goes on and on. That's got to be cute. Got to be cute, right?
I think it's very much probably cool. That is too far separated to be right.
And it's narrow, like a passageway. Kind of like imagine Space Mountain or something like that. You know, that walkway that you have to get into the.
I think this annex over here is meant to be cute.
Yeah. That's just the way I see it. I feel like you're going to be walking in from these areas. You're going to be, going around and around and around. And then at the end of your walking experience, of the on-foot experience, is that area, that structure, that area there, and you're getting into a...
That room could be one of those sort of cubeless cubes.
Oh, you think?
So you were mentioning this on your video. So have you seen video of the way the Fallon ride works?
They haven't. That's a good point.
Have you seen video of how that works?
I didn't watch the Jimmy Fallon thing, no.
So it's more like themed waiting rooms that you give it a card, like, hey, it says, hey, when the lights turn green, your room moves to the next room, wait, then you go to the actual loading.
So it's not like people just roaming around the park waiting for their time to come up.
And there still has to be some line outside to get into that point.
Yeah.
Once you're in, it's like, hey, here's a themed waiting room area, almost museum type thing, where you're you're not restricted to standing in a physical line. You are still in a waiting area, and once your turn, you move in with the next group.
So you just chill.
Yeah, so you're not stuck waiting behind this person, but you can potentially have places to sit down, charge things, interact, and so far that's gone quite well for them. Because people don't feel restricted, like I have to stay in this line, my space isn't encroached on as much.
No, God, I hate that. I hate that.
You are free to move around. I would love to see Disney attempt that sort of...
They haven't said anything. They haven't.
No, they haven't talked about anything about this sort of details. But I would love to see them.
But it seems reasonable if they're planning ahead for. They've got the queueless stuff at Pandora for the restaurants.
So there's a difference between that sort of virtual queue and the queueless queue. Virtual queue is more like this fast pass. It's pretty much what they're doing at Universal with virtual is just fast pass.
Okay. Then
there's these, again, lineless queues where you still have a waiting area, but you're not restricted to a physical line.
Well, what I mean to say, though, is that they have, if Pandora is ready to go with something like that, i.e. the restaurant thing, in either whatever iteration that we're talking about.
Well, I think the restaurant's more comparable, again, it's more comparable to Fast Pass.
No, I know. What I'm saying, though, is that we should expect, if they've got that ready to go for Pandora, something like that, we should expect something like that for Star Wars Land, don't you think?
Yeah.
And we should expect, if that is the case, if this is one of those, lineless lines, sort of a collection area, as it were, that would give more weight to the idea that is a theater.
Well, not necessarily a theater, but also at least.
Well, what I mean to say is, an immersive area.
Yes.
Where you're being surrounded by
the story.
By the story.
If they're trying to say, hey, you're in some sort of Imperial Rebel base.
That's the main stage setting area.
The ability to walk around that room base and not have to say, well, you have to say this line, kind of helps you say, oh yeah, I'm here, I can look around.
And they can set you up for a lot of the story that you're about to go through in a room like that.
Yeah.
They can say, this is the environment we're in. This is what's happening. Here's what you guys got to do, or here's what's going to happen to you, and then you go through the adventure.
Yes.
That's okay. That building's bigger than Toad's, and that's just your lineless line, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty great.
I would like to see it behind us because I don't know, I'd love to see Disney take their attempt at that to see what they can do with it.
Yeah.
Because
Well, they're good at that kind of thing,
yeah,
so.
and we've never seen them do that kind of do a line-less line. I'd like to see them take their crack at how do we engage people.
I think it's a fair bet. I think it's a fair bet that that's what we could expect to find in this kind of attraction. You cannot. This is why I've been saying. This is why I don't believe they'll ever bring us Star Tours over here or anything like that. They have an opportunity to be ahead of everybody.
No, but they might move them over to DCA for Iron Man.
Well, sure, but I'm saying 0% chance Star Tours is going to be the expansion area or something like that. There's just no way. This thing is going to be the most futuristic, the most up-to-date, current technology, that kind of thing. They're not going to bring in something that's 30 years old. It's just not going to do it. Who wants that? Disney doesn't want that.
The simulators were upgraded when they redid the ride in 2009.
Right, but the actual tech itself is 30 years old.
But I'm saying that it's not quite that.
The concept.
The concept, yes. The tech itself is more.
That's true. Yeah. Maybe that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. We can't see Fantasmic Storage at all. They put in more trees.
They're having photos though that the goalie wumper is back in the river.
Oh my gosh, I was one or two, but that was great footage. I'm like, that was amazing. You get one chance at that, really.
Her footage was them moving it around out here.
Yeah.
And Mice Chat's weekly StarArs photo showed it in the river.
Oh, did they really?
It's already,
where did they get the river shot?
I think they were just looking down the river from somewhere in River Country.
Oh, okay.
Probably like held the camera over the fence, right? Held it up, took a picture, then brought it down. Said, "Yep, that's good."
But she's in Los Angeles. She gets here at the time when you can get some really good stuff. Because she's here during the week and during the afternoons, I think. And the Gully Wumper was just being towed in there.
Yeah, and it's now somewhere back along the riverbank, or getting ready to be placed there next to the cabin.
That's great news. It's great news. So you can't really see anything going on back there in terms of development. We didn't get to go down the trail today because we had other things to do, but you see all those trees down there? They put a bunch of trees down that way.
Well, I think those ones aren't planted yet, but that means they're getting ready to put those up on the...
Oh yeah, those are probably, in planters maybe, but going somewhere.
They're ready to put them on top of the berm closer to a Big Thunder Trail, because that area is still without trees.
That does seem, no, that's true. But it's catching up fast. I just can't believe how quickly we're seeing, these trees get put in there. It's amazing. We slid down to the left a little bit just to get a different view of what's going on in front of Battlescape, or that queue area that we're talking about. You can see there's a lot of work going on to, infrastructure type stuff, what do you call it, foundational work there. Rebar. It just looks like they're getting ready to do a bunch of new structures, man, and a bunch of new queue, it looks like.
Yeah.
It almost, you can't, there's a better look on the other side, but because that area looked circular, but you can't really tell now.
It's not, it's that little extra annex isn't really circular. It's just kind of an odd, irregular shape.
Yeah. Ian, coming down to this end makes me sad now.
Because now that we actually know
now we know what it looks like, and all we can see
stuff happening, and we can't see it.
We know that there's 2 Millennium Falcon things being built down there. We can't see it.
As soon as this building stretches.
Oh my God! All we can see is that crazy building in the back that nobody knows what it's for. You know what it is? I think. Wait, is that the expansion area? Have we talked about this?
That and the other shed that we never figured out what it was for are on the expansion space.
So that's not like because remember they were talking about like a kind of a Club 33 type restaurant in there somewhere. Weren't they saying?
If they were going to do anything like that, it'd be within the actual market area.
All right.
Hidden away.
Not in the back like that. That is kind of a utilitarian design.
Well, any of these show building warehouses, if you take all the facades and theming off them, they just look like warehouse buildings.
No, that's true, Right. That's true. So we can't, this is what I was saying before, man, you just can't see anything through those dang trees, and there's no place else to go. I suppose if we went down street level down there, then we might be able to see through it.
Well, then you have to walk all the way down to where the gates are pretty much always open.
Oh.
That's how Mice Chat gets their photos of that.
Oh, is that right?
There's someone walks all the way down there because that gate's pretty much open. Obviously, you can't go through. Someone's not going to let you just walk in.
Right.
But you could stand there and be all,
Okay. Well, it only takes a second to take a photo.
Yeah, exactly. But again, it's quite the walk, which is why generally most people don't bother. Because
It is. That's a hell of a walk. You guys have no idea. Because you can't just walk over there. You have to go all the way down that way, and then go all the way around, then go all the way around. There's no direct access anymore, especially since you can't walk toward that walkway to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Is closed now.
Yeah.
It's not very easy. Okay, before we go, I wanted to see if we could see any progress on the island from here. What is that right there? What is that?
Rock of some kind? You know what? I think that's the rock. You're looking at the backside of. Well, okay, now that's the backside of the rock.
Oh, that is rock. Okay, you're right.
That's just the backside.
I was thinking that was Tom Sawyer's Island, but it's not.
See the actual.
That's gone again. I was hoping to see the cabin, Mike Fink's cabin, but no, we're not gonna be able to see that anymore, huh?
Always we have to figure out the exact spot.
You can't see through those dang trees. Basically, all we can see now is what's happening.
What we're saying is the trees are doing exactly what they're supposed to do.
It's a bummer. We have to fly more jets or more helicopters over these things. All right, Fresh Bake, that's going to do it, I guess, this week. We'll see you next week. There's not a lot to be able to report here.